Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, I don't know if people are literally trying to keep Lil Durk and them behind bars, but as much as they're saying they want these guys free, they sure as hell aren't acting like it. Because there's no way that they thought the feds weren't going to see this. Time after time we tell y'all that them people be all over social media no matter what you may think. When some of your favorite drill rappers go live, yes, there are federal agents who are investigating these guys, sometimes watching, and may even comment at times during the live. And despite some of these guys really actually believing that they can't be indicted for anything that they're doing on social media, or in interviews, or what they say in their music, that's completely false. They literally have a task force now, especially for social media sites such as Instagram and Facebook and etc., who are responsible for gathering intelligence on targets online. Now, I'm saying all that because recently, Lil Durk and OTF affiliates who are currently facing trial in January of next year was granted a hearing for a few motions that were put in on the 18th. Many believe that the motions were for sure going to get Lil Durk out based on a few details that people highlighted on social media. However, all of those motions filed by Durk and his affiliates were denied, and everything shall proceed to trial. But someone thought it was a good idea to take pictures in a federal courtroom and post it on social media. Now y'all remember that trend back when Vine was a thing, where they would say, "Do it for the Vine, I ain't gonna do it." Well, it seems like anything incriminating these days, that's exactly what these guys say in their head before posting. Because there's no way in devil's hell that someone thought it would be a good idea in such a high-profile case like this to post a picture within a federal courtroom. If y'all remember when O Block 6 was on trial for the FBG Duck shooting, they were very, very strict on what can and cannot be allowed in the courtroom, down to the people that was even allowed there themselves. And fast forward here, they didn't even make it to trial yet, and already this is happening. Now with all this going on, you could bet your bottom dollar that the prosecutors are now rubbing their hands as they have issued a response to the picture going around on social media. They will state, quote, "Plaintiff United States of America hereby applies ex parte for an order directing that the government's exhibit regarding an improper photograph taken during the November 18, 2025 hearing and published online in the above entitled case be kept under seal until further order of the court. Plaintiff United States of America requests that this court seal the government's exhibit regarding an improper photograph taken during the November 18, 2025 hearing and published online. The court has inherent supervisory authority to seal documents in appropriate circumstances. Here, for the reasons described in the attached declaration, sealing of the exhibit is necessary to protect further dissemination of the improper photograph. The government accordingly requests that the exhibit be maintained under seal until further order of the court." Counsel for defendants have advised the government that they have no objection to the government's request to file the exhibit under seal. As of the time of this filing, the government was unable to obtain a position from counsel for defendant Wilson. I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the United States of America, that the foregoing is true and correct to the best of my knowledge and belief that this declaration was executed on November 19th, 2025 at Los Angeles, California. Now, for y'all that don't know, taking a picture in federal court is not permitted for many reasons. The only time a camera or recording is allowed in the courtroom is if it's permitted by the judge and or judicial officer in writing, and the person recording must be a part of a media team. Anyone else is not allowed to do so, especially in federal courtroom. According to Los Angeles federal courtroom policies, it'll state, quote, "No photography of any kind is permitted in hallways, lobbies, elevators, or any other public spaces in the courthouse. This applies to all devices capable of capturing images, including cell phones. Anyone capturing photographic images inside the courthouse may be taken immediately before a judge to be sanctioned. Sanctions may include fines or incarceration. Images captured will be deleted from the device. Interviews inside the building are discouraged as they may obstruct hallway traffic. Now, further along within those policies, it'll also tell why photography and videos aren't permitted, and it specifically caters to the protection of jurors. And what a coincidence that one of the biggest factors within this trial happens to be about having an anonymous jury. So with this taking place, this only strengthens the point of the prosecutors wanting an anonymous jury. Although only media teams are permitted to use cameras, they also have strict rules to follow themselves when it comes to the jury for obvious reasons. Now, the policy in regards to filming or capturing jurors would state, quote, "At no time is it permissible to film jurors. Jurors entering and exiting the courtroom, sitting in the jury box, and the notebooks left in the jury box must not be filmed." So of course, with the picture going viral, the government will use this time to argue their point of wanting an anonymous jury, using the photo as obvious proof. They issued a statement saying, quote, "On November 18, 2025, this court held a hearing on multiple pretrial motions, including the government's motion requesting that the court impanel an anonymous jury. Among other things, the government's motion explained that an anonymous jury was necessary because of the significant risk of interference with witnesses in the judicial process. And due to the extensive and continuous national publicity in this case, consistent with the concerns, the government received information today that at least one photograph was taken during the hearing depicting certain defendants in counsel. The photograph has been published on at least 3 different websites: Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook. This blatant violation of the federal rules and the following widespread dissemination of the photograph underscores that an anonymous jury is only one of the security measures this court should employ to prevent improper attempts to intimidate and or influence jurors, ensure a fair trial for all parties, and protect the judicial process." Now, I'm on the fence about this, y'all, and I'll explain why. What a coincidence that the government wants an anonymous jury, and then boom, a photo pops up during their hearing. For one, where did the photo even come from? And from my understanding of being in courtrooms personally, there's cameras in every courtroom from a lot of angles. So how hard would it be to go over the surveillance and pinpoint exactly who the person was that took the picture and hold them responsible? It should be that easy. Who knows? It could have came from someone within the public, or it could have came from a prosecutor taking it, putting it online, and knowing that it would give them an edge credibility-wise to get their anonymous jury. Because think about this, the whole point of having an anonymous jury is so that jurors are kept safe from anything happening on a high-profile case such as this. But if they're already getting pictures taken and it's just a hearing, what do you think they think will happen when it comes time for trial? And once again, this hurts Durk's situation even more because it seemed like everything that he has been doing or going through has just been taken away from what his lawyers are there to do, which is to defend him. He's been caught with contraband in a federal facility already, aka the Apple Watch, which just goes to show that he has ways of getting things done using people even while incarcerated. So that, on top of him being accused of putting a hit on someone and his affiliates already having a history of witness tampering, it's hard for his attorneys to argue the anonymous jury suggestion. So, I don't know, but honestly I think the feds are playing chess. I wholeheartedly think one of them probably took that picture knowing the damage that it'll do and knowing that they'll be least suspected of it. Of course, everyone's going to believe that it could have just been a fan or a family member, and is it possible? Yes, but I also don't think we should just count out the fact that it also could have came from the government themselves, which is why I feel they should go over the surveillance and see who it was before they let the government just get what they want, which is an anonymous jury. Maybe Durk's defense should push for them to see who did it, find out who did it. Don't just let the picture circulate and then blame everybody else. Because if you ask me, the fact that whatever somebody else does gets to dictate what happened in this case that he got no control over, it's pretty crazy. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think that the photo came from a fan, family member, friend, or maybe it came from the prosecutors themselves? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm gonna keep on dropping. I'm out.